Hey guys, Alex here from Strong Style Studios. Doing something a little bit different. I am a huge comic book fan. I've seen Batman movies since I was a kid, and like the Marvel movies have been something that I've obsessed with since they've started. And the Man of Steel movie came out, and like that was really something that kind of like reintroduced me to Superman. So I was like starting to get more interested in that and like the DC universe. And so when this announcement of Batman vs Superman was made, I was interested in seeing where it would go from here, because especially with like the casting and as Ben Affleck as Batman and everything like that, and this idea that they were going to do a Justice League movie, I was very interested in seeing how they did it compared to the way Marvel did their Avengers series. So the more and more we got closer to the Batman vs Superman movie, the more and more excited I was getting, and the more worried I was that they were going to fuck it up. And so when I went and saw the movie about a week ago, I was surprised to see that they actually had done exactly what I thought they were, which is just over basically to put too much into one movie and try to make this movie more than it should have been. And I thought about writing something about this, but I feel like to really convey how I feel about this movie, I need to do it through audio or something like that. So here we go. Batman vs Superman: Dawn of Justice is not a bad movie. It has a lot of good things going for it. Mainly the strength of Bruce Wayne in Batman, played by Ben Affleck. Ben Affleck is fantastic, and the idea of him doing a solo Batman movie, whether it is him directing or not, is great. I think him directing would be even better. But yeah, he was fantastic. I mean, this is a character. I think he did a great job of being both Batman and Bruce Wayne, which I think a lot of other actors have been great Batmans or great Bruce Waynes, but no one's been a great both, except for probably Michael Keaton and Christian Bale. And I think this was a great adaptation of Batman, and Ben Affleck deserves to be praised for that. The look was great. I really enjoyed it, and I thought that they captured the Dark Knight Returns style Batman. For those of you who don't know, it's a story where Batman retires and comes back, and he's more grizzled and a veteran and much more violent. And I think this is what they were going for with this one, and it was cool. It was cool to see, and so that was worth mentioning. That's I enjoyed. I even enjoyed Superman. I thought he was fine. Again, they did the stupid thing though, where constantly talking about what Superman is supposed to be and how he's supposed to be a symbol, and that and he doesn't need to be though if he wants to. And we never hear what Superman wants. We never hear his opinion on what does he want to be the hero. Does he want this? Is it something he has to do because of this and that? It's like they don't really do a good job of explaining why Superman is the way why he wants to be a superhero. Um, Wonder Woman is fantastic. She's great. I am actually excited for the idea of a solo movie with her because I think that they could actually make me care about Wonder Woman. I think she was fine. I even thought Jesse Eisenberg as Lex Luthor was okay. It wasn't a classic Lex Luthor, but I think that maybe they're going around where this is like him, like at the end of the movie, he's in prison. Spoilers. Um, and at the end, like maybe this is going to make him more of the hardened criminal Lex Luthor we know from the comic books. But he wasn't bad. He certainly wasn't great, and he wasn't the worst Lex Luthor of all time. So things I enjoyed about this movie. Some of the action was great. There's a fight scene with Batman taking on some henchmen, which is probably the maybe the best fight scene of Batman has ever been in. I mean, they nailed what I imagine Batman's fighting style should be, which is hard nosed, brawling, and just everything about it was great. That was a great scene, and it's that alone might be the one scene you check out. The actual fight between Batman and Superman wasn't bad. I'll get more into that in a moment, but it certainly didn't live up to the hype, I think. And there's a lot of things that are good about this movie. Is it great? No. There is a lot of story issues. It basically is a prequel to the Justice League movie. Instead of making it about the Batman and Superman aspects, they decided to just focus on how do we hype up Justice League more. and I feel like that sucks because you took away from what could have been a fantastic story. And so now we're gonna get to spoilers. So if you don't want to listen to spoilers, stop right now. Um, my biggest problem with the story is the fact that instead of these two characters fighting over their ideologies and their opinions and their differing philosophies on how to fight crime, which is Batman doing what needs to be done without killing, even though he kills in this movie, I'll get to that in a second, needs to be done to prevent crime and to protect innocent people. And Superman is very much doing the right thing, but with at the same time following laws and this and that, and that there are limits and this and I feel like they really, instead of having them fight about that, it was more of like they are tricked into fighting each other by Lex Luthor, and I don't like that because even like Superman knew that he didn't need to fight Batman. The only reason he fought him is because Lex Luthor had captured his mother, and the only way the fight is ended after like 7 minutes of them fighting was Superman telling Batman to save Martha, and Superman's mother is named Martha, so he's like, well, why'd you say that name? And then Lois Lane shows up and tells him that, oh, that's his mother, and that's the reason they stopped, is because apparently both Batman and Superman are huge mama's boys and will do anything for their mothers, I guess. That's really, really stupid, and I hated that a lot. Speaking of Lois Lane, I feel like she was utterly wasted in this movie. I think that they've gotten a great character for her, where she is, like, you know, there's some good scenes with her, but the fact that she's basically used as an ex machina almost, like you know, like, oh, we need to square this, we need to get this storyline apart. Use Lois Lane, like Lois Lane's investigating something and this and that, and just really feels like she was almost shoved into this movie just to be a way of the story to move forward, and it's a very cheap way of using what is a great character and what could have been a great character more. Same thing with Martha Kent. There's this great scene where it's word for word from in the trailer, and that's it. And it's just like, wow, you are literally using her as trailer bait. And there's nothing else to that scene. It's a scene about how Superman can be their hero, their monument, their you know, their symbol of hope, or it doesn't have to be anything. You know, that's literally the entire scene. It's her telling him that line, and that's it. And it was so stupid. I laughed so hard at that. One thing that bothers me about Batman in this movie is that there is obviously more to this Batman character. There's the stuff with Jason, the Robin, that is obviously being killed or something like that. And so clearly that's been a big factor for him, and that's a motivation for him. But they never outright say like why he is killing people in this movie, and I'm okay with it because Batman can do that, and like I'm willing to allow that, even though it goes against his moral compass. But whatever. But I'm willing to like allow an adaptation to change that. But if they had just had a scene where Alfred tells Bruce, you haven't been the same since Jason. Now, that could either mean A, Jason is dead, or B, maybe the fan theory that Jason is actually the Joker is true, and this and that, and like that's what's motivated Batman to become this like violent and a more aggressive version of himself. That'd have been fine. And again about the Justice League teasers and stuff like that, I didn't mind Wonder Woman in this movie. I thought she was fun. I didn't mind them, like the videos of the other members, the Flash, Cyborg, Aquaman. Those were fine. But like they had this whole nightmare thing where Bruce dreams of like an apocalyptic thing where Batman or Superman is like worshipped like a god almost, and like it's a crazy world, and it's supposed to be like Darkseid, and it's like a vision of the future maybe or maybe not, and it just felt weird. I was fine with him having like a nightmare about like what Superman could be, but like if this is supposed to be like a vision of the future, it came off weird, and like it's supposed to be more than it's supposed to, and that's fine, but it was weird to me. And also like this is something that really bothered me throughout the movie was Lex Luthor never really explains why he wants to kill Superman or why he wants to go against Superman. They don't explain why and he didn't explain why he's looking into metahumans. Like, why is he looking into these guys? And like at the end of the movie, like he's so excited for Doomsday for Darkseid to be coming. It's like, why? Like, you're a millionaire, a billionaire, or whatever. Like, why do you want this guy to come and destroy everything? Like, you're a made man. It's one of those weird things where like I wish they'd done more time to explain it. And as for Doomsday's fight, it was fine. I think it was just very. It was special effects heavy. They relied so much on the special effects, and just it was noise. And I thought it was kind of cool to see the Trinity, Superman, Batman, and Wonder Woman teaming up. But at the same time, like Batman didn't do shit against Doomsday. He just used he used his gun for the kryptonite thing once, and that was it. Like, and he didn't really add anything to it. And I felt like that was a cheapening of his character to show that he's like not on the same level as these other heroes. And they should have done more to make it look like he adds to the team in some way. Um, and also Superman dies, and then they reveal at the end like, oh no, he's not. He's coming back. So it just like everyone knew that Superman was going to come back. Like everyone knew it. Because they got the Justice League movie coming out. Like, obviously, Superman's going to be a part of it. You didn't need to further confirm our suspicions. No one was buying in that they were actually going to kill Superman. And it just felt like they had, like, it was like, well, we have Doomsday. We need to hit this point of that Batman dies and this and that. And I feel like this movie could have been so much better if they had focused on the aspect of Batman versus Superman. Which side of the fence are you on? Which side of the law do you want to obey? Which philosophy do you believe in more? And then just throwing all this other shit in there really just muddied the film up, and it wasn't extremely well written or well directed. There was a lot of shots that were literally just there to look cool and had no purpose for the story, and there's in the hands of a more capable director, I think that they could have done better. Zack Snyder's skill, I think, he is very, very good at making things look good, but he literally does a lot of times go shot for shot, panel for panel for a comic book, like with 300, like with Watchmen, and I think that's his skill, is adapting a comic book to the screen shot for shot. And he does it well, but it didn't work here, and just, yeah, not a fantastic film. Does it make me excited for the Justice League movie? Yes, a little bit, and it makes me excited for the Batman movies and the Wonder Woman movie. But as a film itself, like it does not hold up well enough to live up to the hype that they produced for this movie. Those are my thoughts, and if you guys want to share your thoughts, please share in the comments below. Take care. Bye.